Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And the Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
Yeah, and he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We've got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive. So it's got to be kind of...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
The offense set for a first down play. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Handoff from the gun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the 49ers are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass.
It is slipped out. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. The 49ers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Tough sliding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. To the ground with the back. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Barnett. They'll run the screen. Showing off the arm. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now on 1st down from the 28.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd down coming up after the completion. Movement here from the tight end. Try and play action. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Red pass, it's complete.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Hines is tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession win.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier. Picks up 6. 2nd down.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Right on target this time. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On second down, wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The 49ers have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's third and goal. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Niners! Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, 49ers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical. And
running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree?
They'll throw it on first down.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Charlotte. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Got enough for the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle.
Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
Now improvising. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Jones.
That's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's Austin. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. But that was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Charlotte. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A strike downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for room. It's Powell. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Back to throw. It's Barnett. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost his.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Number 24, set to kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the 49ers get enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 2nd down coming up. They keep attacking through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The 49ers are on the move. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it in the middle. It's Austin.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet roll. opportunity to give him a first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The 49ers have moved it inside the 20. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Niners! Here comes the two-point try. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
27.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The play-action fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On the play.
And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Pulls it in. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. On the move at the 30. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.